Hi there, thank you so much for checking me out here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and I'll be hosting this reading for you for the full moon happening in Gemini for all you sidereal followers, and in Cancer for the folks who follow tropical. So I am using my Moonology Oracle cards to draw which sign at random. We've done a couple of air signs already. So let's see who gets picked next. Oh, and I am, as you can see, inspired by David Bowie. At this time was his birth and death around this time. So I had the moon, I was using this deck in particular, I had the moon and the world card pulled, so I just thought, what was David Bowie doing? And also, like, I was thinking, when was The Labyrinth made? Because I'm like totally an 80s kid and I love that movie. But also, David Bowie had such a beautiful voice, and I really think it's so, like, I don't know, we just had Christmas, and the Drummer Boy song that he does, I think with Bing Crosby, I'm pretty sure. I always thought that his voice was so charming in that video. I'm not even really a Christmas follower. To a certain degree I am, but really, no. Anyways, let's get into this reading and pick who goes. All right, we have Scorpio. Scorpion wins. All right. So speaking of David Bowie again, do check me out on Twitch. Gotta plug myself over there. I will be doing some streaming in the very near future, and hopefully regularly again. So I have a fabulous David Bowie inspired or themed Twitch overlay. Not overlay, but like my setup. The setup is definitely inspired by David Bowie, movies, nostalgia, all the things that I love. So Scorpio, thanks for coming through. We have, it fell reversed on the table, unfortunately. But also, like, why can't we just pick it up and put it upright? Maybe that might be difficult for you at this time. Upright, fiery, raw energy, so creativity. You may be feeling a bit of a writer's block. Or you may be feeling like some type of creative impotence on some level. Damn. That's okay though. It's not permanent. Nothing. I would like to stress, I feel like I need to stress this every time, that these readings, life, energy is never fixed. Unlike, I'm pretty sure that Scorpio is a fixed sign, which you like things being fixed. You like to fix shit. With your stinger, with your stinging ways. It's okay. We all need that sometimes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's fucked up. But got a lot of Scorpios who need love out there in this world. No matter how amazing or fucked up you all are at the same time, or just not even. Take it or leave it. 6 of Coins reversed. Your creative energy is hindering your capacity for generosity, gratitude. So time to whip out the prayer book, whip out whatever it is that, not whip it out though, ew, no, keep it in your pants, please. Yeah. So I have a feeling that, like, whoever you are, Scorpio, because I know a lot of Scorpio, so if this message is for you, you'll know. If it isn't, then it isn't. Maybe some of the next messages that come through in this reading will be more relevant to your situation. But for this right here, crossing this stagnant or impotent energy is being fucking cheap. Why are you so cheap? Why are you so cheap with your shit? Do you have some hoarding problems? You may need to put that in check. Or maybe you won't. Holy stink facing. That just came through. Everything is always like my face is, I don't have a poker face. So, death, Also rebirth. Something's got to come to an end. Or maybe like something, yeah, something is going to come to an end. Or at least the universe is telling you that something needs to come to an end. And, you know, how can you find joy? What sparks joy? That rebirth. So maybe just having some intentions or just dreaming up a little bit this idea of rebirth. We have the Five of Swords within your subconscious and the Seven of Coins within your past. The Five of Swords here. The Five of Swords is reversed. Maybe you are reserved right now, feeling too reserved. Like at least you're not robbing yourself of any opportunities. This could just be a reflection of the time that you're in. The Seven of Coins in your past speaks to boredom that you have been experiencing, or some type of like stagnant plateau of waiting for roots to set in and like buds to form, things to grow. It's like watching grass grow. You feel like it's a slow process. Fame, being well known. I don't know why I'm thinking of that. Popularity. So if this also has to do with business and career, so that could be like the growth and sustainability of whatever your career is founded on. Like say for example, if you're running a business and you need like more business, right? It's slow. Business could have been really slow for you on some level. And like you haven't been robbing yourself of any opportunities. But if this means that it's upright, like just being careful that, just trying to think here, like these three cards really, like with the Death card, the Five of Swords reversed, and the Seven of Coins. If you've been robbing, so this is to a Scorpio who may have been robbing somebody of an opportunity. It's come to an end. And if people are not robbing you, if you know that no one can or will be stealing from you, and that could be anything, stealing your ideas, like you know that like what you hold within you is very sacred and it's yours and yours alone, and you have the support of community. It's just a matter of time before like you're there. But let's see what the near future looks like for this one. Queen of Swords. So a person in your near future is going to reveal some harsh truths, but also in a way that it's very constructive. Very, very constructive. Maybe there's something else that you need to be doing, like thinking about logic and reason. Being logical about, like, say, for example, having a backup plan, or, because like with this coins in the past, right? Also, like, what's logic about, like, being logical about your well-being as well. Maybe we'll get back to that. Oh yeah, I was watching this, I don't know if you've, like, so I follow this person on Instagram called The Wakened One. And maybe I'll share something in the story if, like, you're interested in following them as well. Like, what's more important than money or anything is mental health, right? That was my takeaway from this one post that they had. Huge takeaway. And it's true. I would rather have like a super sound and healthy mind than like have all the riches in the world, right? I feel like that's a very practical outlook on life. The King of Swords, speaking of practical outlooks and managing those things. There you go. You have what it takes. You have what it takes to manage. So maybe understanding a more managerial aspect of whatever it is that you're doing. If you are an employee at this time, or if you are being managed, or like you have a manager, maybe having a better understanding of what they do in the event that they are no longer, no, I shouldn't say no longer, but just to sort of share, like co-managing the things. That might be something that you want to mature up and start doing. Or just knowing and standing in the fact that you are a great manager is what's going to work for you. Is what is working for you. If there are things that are not working for you. People see you as, interestingly, like having a lot of raw emotions. So you could be processing a lot of raw emotions, or trying to like really, like your emotional reactions, your raw emotional reactions right now are fueling, I don't want to say your fire because you can't really fuel fire with water, but they are what's heating up. They are kind of what's sort of setting the tone. Like, is it muddy? Are you boiling over? What does it look like for you? Is this very like cleansing? Are you cleansing your emotion? Like, is it very, like, are you going through a lot of emotional releases right now? Because that could be something that you need to do, or that people see that you need to do. People might see that you are sort of going through that process right now, and that could be a part of your creative process, which is why, you know, the creative juices aren't flowing, because you are cleaning them up right now. Like, you're cleaning your emotional house. It's good. I like that. Let's go with that. The Two of Coins. So balance, like a muddiness keeps coming to my mind. You might be afraid that you won't be able to sort of dry up and clean up the place. Finding balance with give and take within your career, like knowing that you're the shit also, but not being so overconfident that you're not getting the work done, and putting yourself out there and taking care of yourself, like all at the same time. Because, you know, you need to do all of those things at the same time in order to take your, like, they all go hand in hand. In order to be able to take care of yourself, you need to be making the money to sustain yourself, right? You need to be doing what you need to do to advance your skill set. So if you're afraid of that, like, fear is not going to work for you, really. Being afraid of having that lack of balance, or being afraid of being stuck in this state of imbalance, is really just going to manifest your fears. So you kind of need to get over that. I don't really, like, maybe that's me being the harsh words. Get over it, right? Get over yourself, Scorpio. You got this. Okay, so finally, we have the Seven of Swords. Eek. So subconsciously from the 5, externally to a final outcome of the 7. All right, so this is not you, it's them. Some people are really just going to trash talk you. They're going to try and slander their way to whatever fucked up goal they may have that involves you going down. It's not going to work for them. People that are involved in this type of behavior, like, they can't handle themselves, and they can't handle the bullshit that they fucking dish out to people. So one day they do get a taste of their own medicine, and they fail epically. So know this, and don't let their shit bother you. Especially if you've got somebody that's just trying to ruin you. Like, with that being said, if you have some like shady or, you know, sketchy behavior that you like to partake in, you may want to take a break. This is a great time for that. That could also be why your creative energy is kind of a little bit impotent at this time, or you may experience, yeah, exactly. Like you may be experiencing impotence on account of that because you're not satisfying your, um, what is that? The chakra, the, you know, the down there chakra. May not be getting your fix the way that you like it, but that doesn't mean that you can't do that in the future. Just kind of need to take a break in order to save face, perhaps, and or not. Like if you really strongly feel like you don't need to save face in any kind of way, then by all means. But there's something that I really feel like this queen is saying that you need to get honest with yourself about. Which ways can you actually really improve? Like, and get honest with yourself about. Because you might be fueling this person's desire to slander and ruin your good name. You know, everybody has the capacity to have a good name, right? This person doesn't really subscribe to that ideology. They just want to be stuck on a person being a certain way that's shady or stupid or immoral or whatever. Like, well, like, are we going to sit here and spend time making sense out of nonsense? Because it's useless. But let's clarify this with one more card. The Nine of Cups. So, putting your, like, you have cause to celebrate. You have a good life. But also, this can look excessive to some people. And if you're functionally celebrating and enjoying your life and feeling emotional fulfilled, like, all the fucking power to you. But if there are people that are judging you, judging your excessive, your whatever you have in your life that is excessive, like, just show the world that you are modest. Show the world that you have the capacity to be modest, that you are, where was it? That you're generous, that you have no problem with giving away. Like, I always think that it was so strange when you think about all these, you know, these tombs with all these riches, right? All these fucking rich ass people that were so bent on preserving everything, right? And holding on to everything for the purpose of, like, thinking that they were going to carry it with them into the next life. What they carry, like I just think that the world really needs a hard truth about, like, material possessions and what's really important. So with that, Scorpio, take it or leave it. You know, go be generous. Don't be cheap. I know what it's like to be the recipient of people's generosity. It's so wonderful. And also I know what it's like to you know, be that person for other people. And it you know, people will argue that it is for the purpose of, like, self-gain or feeling good about yourself, but it's also just like having a modest understanding that everybody deserves to have things, and why not, like, be the better person and be involved in that process as opposed to upholding a culture of hoarding wealth. Just saying. So with that, thank you so much for checking out my channel. If this does resonate, please do hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps support the growth of my channel. And we will catch you again next time. Take care and bye for now. All right.